Sige. So, for our lesson today is we are going to try to solve logarithmic equations and logarithmic inequalities. So, it means to say here, class, that we have some parts of your logarithmic nga missing siya. So, we need to find the values for each of the following in order for your given argument is true. Or meaning to say, ma-equal siya on both sides, or ma-use nimo ang inequality for both sides. Now, we are going to start first with our solving logarithmic equations. So, for solving logarithmic equations, class, so here are some of the techniques or strategies in solving logarithmic equations. So, let's start with the first one. Please read, yep. Sige, please read, yep. Number 1. Hello? Naapa ba siya?
Rewriting
Okay.
to exponential form.
Okay, so we have here rewriting to exponential form. So if you can still remember the last time, or in our previous classes, we had writing logarithmic equations into exponential form, or logarithmic form into exponential form, and vice versa. So this will help you in solving your logarithmic equations. So you just need to remember you have there, for example, for your logarithmic of with base b is equivalent to y. So if we're going to change that one into a exponential form, you have there your base mo na siya, and then ang kaning equivalent nimo, that is your exponent, and then that is equal to x. Kay wala man tay kuan diri, wala man tay katong number gani right after your base. So I just put there x, meaning to say unknown siya. Okay? So I hope ma-recall rin ninyo siya because it will help you good in solving linear, or not linear but logarithmic equations. Okay? So your base, your exponent, and then kung unsa to ang nadiri mo na siya mong equivalent. Now let's go to number 2. Please read Tagailo.
Using logarithmic properties.
Okay, we have here using logarithmic properties. So we had 4 logarithmic properties. So you can use that one in solving your logarithmic equations. So ang kani siya, class, it really doesn't need like magsunod ni siya. Dili ni siya steps, class, ha. But these are the ways nga mapadali nimo ang imuhang solution. Okay? You need to transform what kaybaw ang kana siya nga given kay ma-change pa nimo into exponential. Or what if kana nga given kay mag-use ra ka og logarithmic properties para ma-solve nimo siya. Okay? This is not necessarily nga step 1 ang rewriting, step 2 ang logarithmic. Okay? These are just ways or techniques. Now, you have there for number 3, please read Pelayo.
Applying the one-to-one property of logarithmic functions.
Okay, so you have there applying the one-to-one property of logarithmic functions. So when we say one-to-one property, class, you have there, for example, you have log of x with base b is equal to log of y with base b. So you have there the same base. So that is equivalent to x is equals to y, meaning to say makancel imuhang log diha. Okay, this is what we call one-to-one property of logarithmic functions. Okay, now let's proceed with number 4. Okay, please read Labiste. Naapa ba? Si Labiste? Wala. Okay. Let's proceed with the next one. Humawas. Please read number 4.
The zero factor property, if AB equals 0, then A equals 0, and B equals 0.
Okay, so we have there our zero factor property. So this one class is, you can apply this if you have the given here AB that is equal to 0. So meaning to say your A and your B is also equal to 0. Okay, now for the last one we have here, please read Torlao.
Take into consideration the domain of logarithmic expression.
Okay, so we need to take into consideration the domain of logarithmic expression. And your domain or your log x should be greater than 0. Okay? It should be greater than 0. Okay? Dili siya maabot sa negative nga side. Di ba mao man na sa to ang logarithmic nga we need to have greater than 0 answer. Okay, so these are some techniques and strategies in solving logarithmic equations. So far, na ay questions, clarifications, violent reactions. Okay, if none, can you please put thumbs up or okay sa chat? Okay, so we have here. Now, this time class is, let's try to solve na. So we're going to find the value of x of the following. So we have here the first example. Um, log of x or log of quantity x plus 3 with base 5 is equals to log of 22 with base 5. So kung ato siyang tan-awon class, asa kaha ang ato ang magamit ani? Unsa kaha atong ma-apply sa katong mga strategies ganina?
1-to-1, sure. 1-to-1 property.
Okay, we have the one-to-one property. So, pwede natong makancel ang logarithmic, right? So, ang mahibilin diha, makancel ni na to ang log of 5 and then this one, or log with base 5. So, ang mahibilin, i-bring down na na nimo imuhang x plus 3 is equal to 22. Okay? This one ha, one-to-one property. Now, this time class, unsa may next natong buhaton, ana? We can combine like terms, right? Since ang nabilin diha is x plus 3 is equals to 22 naman lang. So here, we can transpose our positive 3 to the right side. So what will happen to positive 3? Mulabang man siya og equal symbol. So what will happen? Okay, it will become negative 3. So you have there x minus, x is equals to 22 minus 3. What's the answer?
19.
Okay, 19. So you will have their class, your x is equivalent to 19. So to check if your answer is correct, imo ra nang i-substitute imong x diha. So you have there 19 plus 3, that is 22. So ma-equal siya. Log of 22 over with base 5 is equals to log of 22 with base 5. So our answer is 19. Okay, so far, na questions for our first example. Okay, wala ra? Sige, very good. Now, let's proceed with example number 2. Kani siya class. Ato sa siyang hinuktukan asa tong ma-apply ani. We have log of 9x with base 3 minus log of x minus 8 with base 3 is equals to 4. Asa ka atong ma-apply? Rewriting, basic properties, one-to-one, Zero factor, unsa man. Or pwede po na ito i-appeal ang laws of logarithm. We have here an answer from Andor rewriting. Sige, unsa man ang atong i-rewrite? Naman tayo ko ang diha class, subtraction. So, unsa ka atong ma-apply ani? Natay subtraction. Ma-apply ba na to ang laws of logarithm ani class? Diba, we have product rule, power rule, and quotient rule. Asa man atong ma-apply ana? Sige, taganan ta mog clue. Ma-apply na to ang laws of exponent. Pero sa asa atong tulo na to siya ma-apply? Product, quotient, power. Sige, if nakahinumdum pa. Anyone? Any two? Any three? Wala. Inyo nagikalimtan class. Mangluod yun to si laws of logarithm class. Okay. Product law. Okay. So, di ba, we have there, kung addition to siya class, then that's the time we can use the product law. But since naman tayo subtraction, so we are going to use our quotient law. Okay, quotient law. Okay? So, subtraction man siya class, di ba, mauman na siya ang katong naa sa ato ang laws of logarithm last time. So, we can combine this one using the quotient law. So, what will happen? You will have log of 9x over x minus 8. Okay? That is kung class ha, log of 9x over x minus 8 with base 3. Okay? Kung siya ha, 9x over x minus 8 and then equal to 4. Meaning to say, class, from two logarithmic here, we combined it into a single one using our quotient rule. Nasabtan ba? Kung ano siya, 9x, basin manggod maglibog mo kay wala manggoy kuan sa kanang deriba sa Google slide. So, mo na siya yung forma class. 9x over x minus 8. Okay? Nasa chat akong gisend. So, ato siyang gi-combine. Now, unsa kahatong next buhaton ani class? Makabuhat ba ta og kuan ani rewriting? Basic properties? Or wala? Or stop na ta diha? Pero wala pa man ta kakita sa x. Anong pangitaon man gyud si x, oy? Okay? So, ang atong buhaton anak class, so that you will have an idea, is we're going to rewrite this one into exponential form. Since you have there log of 9x over x minus 8 with base 3 is equals to 4 man, so diba sa ato ang pag-change is kanisiya, is mo na siya mohang result. Or pwede po sa left ni mo siya butang, and then this one is your base, kaning 3, and then this 4 is your exponent. So, if we're going to change this one into exponential form, mahimo siya og 9x over x minus 8 is equals to 3 raised to 4. Okay? From logarithmic to exponential. Okay? So, you have there 9x over x minus 8 is equal to 3 raised to 4. And then, we're going to simplify 3 raised to 4, that is 81. So, you have there 9x over x minus 8 is equals to 81. Now, since naapamantay denominator class, we can multiply both sides by x minus 8 para makancel ang x minus 8 diri and then kani x minus 8. So, ang mahibilin diha is 9x na lang. While on the right side, you have 81 times x minus 8. So, you will have there 81 times x, that is 81. And then you have there 81 times 8, that is negative or minus 648. Okay, nasabtan ba ang kaninga part class? Kaya nabi siya fraction ba basin maglibog mo. Kuha na siya ha, 9x over x minus 8 equals to 81. And then, i-multiply na ko both sides by x minus 8 para makancel ang x minus 8 dire. Okay? And then, ang may bilin is 9x na lang. And then, here, nag-multiply man sa right side. So, you have there 81 times 8 minus x. So, 81 times x, 81x, 81 times negative 8, that is negative 648. Now, this time, you can combine like terms. So, gi-combine na to ang mga 9x. So, you have there 9x minus 81x because positive man siya and then mulabang. So, ma-change ihang sign. So, 9x minus 81x class, pila na siya? How much is that? Okay, that is 72 or positive, negative. 9 minus 81 man siya. Okay, that is negative 72x, right? And then, we have here, copy lang sa nato ang negative 648. So, divide both sides by negative 72 class pila. Sige, divide both sides by negative 72. Okay, that is 9. So, meaning to say, our x is equivalent to 9. So, that is how you are going to solve for your x in this given example number 2. So, mas taas-taas siya, no? Unlike sa paganina nga given, which is short rigid kayo ang pag-answer. Okay. So, now, do you have any questions? For example number 2.
Wait, I'm still doing a screenshot.
Okay. Questions? Wala? Sige, if wala, can I see thumbs up? Or okay? Or K, kung madali. Okay. So now, we have here our example number 3. Okay. So, you have there, log of 25 with base 5 is equals to 3x minus 3. Sige, unsa ka atong ma-apply diri ah. Maka-rewrite ba ta? Maka-rules ba ta? Maka-properties ba ta? Zero property, factor. Or pasagda na lang ni nato siya. Kasi musulbad siyang kaugalingon. Okay. Sige. Anyone? Sige, ato sa siyang tutukan ka diyot. Basin pa din mo gawas yung answer kalit, no? Okay, very good. We're going to rewrite. So, naanagyot. Thank you, Torlaw. So, we have there, we are going to rewrite this one since we have log of 25 with base 5 is equals to 3x minus 3. We cannot apply rules here since may nag-plus, nag-minus. Dili pwede. Properties, wala po tayo ma-apply. 0, wala po yung ma-apply. So, ari ra gyud ta sa atong rewrite. So, we're going to have this one, ang kani siya 25. That would be your left side or pwede po sa right side. And then your 5 there is your base. And then your 3x minus 3, that would be your exponent. So, may tabo niya, it will looks like this. 25 is equals to 5 raised to 3x minus 3. Okay. So, since exponential naman siya, class. So, unsa na atong next buhaton? So, ma-apply na to atong exponential nga learnings. Unsaon man nato siya diha?
Base 3 is same if 5.
Okay, very good. Is-same ang base. So, unsaon man natong 25? So, what will happen to 25? Okay, it will become 5 raised to 2 or 5 squared. So, from 25, may mo siyag 5 raised to 2 is equals to, copy lang nato siya, 5 raised to 3x minus 3. Now, same naman ilahang base class. Unsa natong buhaton next? We need to mo bring down or mo pasaka, mo panaog, mo pakilid, mapatunga. Okay, bring down the exponent. Very good. So we have there, bring down ra nato, i-disregard na natong 5. So you will have 2 is equals to 3x minus 3. Now, we are going to combine like terms already. So kanisya, you have 2 and 3 man, pwede pang makombine. So you can have 2 and then ang negative 3, may mong positive 3, i-transpose sa left side, and then equals to 3x. So 2 plus 3, that is 5. And then divide both sides by 3 para extra ang mabilin. So we will receive or we will get the answer of x is equals to 5 over 3. So meaning to say, ang ato ang x, ang iyahang answer diri is 5 over 3. Okay? Questions for the next example. Walay question for example number 3. Okay, Rata. So, can I see a thumbs up? Okay. Now, let's go to our last example for solving logarithmic equations. Now, we have here log of 2x with base 3 minus log of quantity x plus 5 with base 3 is equals to 0. So, what's the first thing that we need to do here, class? So, nanamoy idea tungkol sa previous nga example. Sige. Sa itong buhaton niya. Okay, that is quotient rule. Very good. So, what will happen to this one is, mahimo siya logarithmic of 2x over x plus 5 is equals to 0. Okay? It will become logarithmic of 2x over x plus 5. So, same gyapon na siya ganina class ha. So, ani siya forma. So, you have there 2x and then over x plus 5. Ay, sorry. Okay. Di na siya mao. Okay, this one. So, you will have there, na-combine na to siya using quotient rule. Now, what's the next step, class? I-change na to siya into, unsa man na to i-change niya? I-change na to siya into exponential form. So, you have there, kani siya, mo ni siya imong base, and then this one is your exponent, and then copy running 2x over x plus 5. So, you all have there 2x over x plus 5 is equals to 3 raised to 0. Kay 0 man ang exponent. And then, we're going to simplify. So, 3 raised to 0, that is equivalent to 1. Okay? And this time, we're going to multiply both sides by x plus 1 para makancel ni ang denominator. So, you will have there, ay x plus 5 day, sorry. Di na siya x plus 1. So, x plus 5. So, you have there, multiply both sides by x plus 5. So, na kay kani siya, x plus 5 o x plus 5 diri makancel, ang may bilin 2x na lang. And then 1 times x plus 5, that is x plus 5. So, 2x is equals to x plus 5. Combine like terms, 2x minus x, that is x. And then x is equivalent to 5. So, meaning to say, 5 di ay ni siya diri. And then, kanipod 5 na siya diha. Kay 2 times 5, 10 man. And then, 5 plus 5, that is also 10. So, equivalent to 0 siya kung mag-subtract ka. Okay. So far, do you have any questions for logarithmic equations, solving logarithmic equations? Nabatay pangutan na, pasensyain ang iro ha.
Hold on, I'm taking a screenshot.
Pasagdaisa ning irohang ating saba sa silingan sa mo kayo. Okay. Wala ra? Can I see thumbs up? Okay. Now, this time class is we are going to have now our solving logarithmic inequalities. So, in solving logarithmic inequalities class, actually, they are like the same process on solving logarithmic equations. But, there is something lang to do with our logarithmic equation inequalities. Like, nako example dire, which is this one. So, we have to take note that our x here should always be positive ragid ihang ending. Okay? Or ihang end result. Okay? So, dapat pangitaan nimo siya range in order for you to know asa siya mo stop and asa siya mo begin. Okay? And then, you will know that one later on. Okay? Dapat positive or greater than 0 iyahang makam up nga answer inside your kaning naay value or naay x nimo nga unknown. Okay? So, we have here class for our first example, logarithmic of 2x or quantity 2x plus 1 with base 2 less than 3. So, sa kani siya nga given class, unsaon man ni nato siya to solve first. Sige daw. Same lang gihapon sa atong gibuhat ganina. Pwede ka mo gamit og rewriting, pwede mo gamit og laws, pwede mo gamit og properties. So, unsa ka ha? So, bas iro eh. Okay. 1 to 1. Wala man siya lain nga pikas nga log 2. Dapat naman siya log 2 para makakuan ta nga pwede siya i-1 to 1. Okay? So, ang atong buhaton diri class is we need to rewrite. Sige, kay paspas man kayong oras, ako na lang mag-answer. So, we have here rewrite. So, we have there our log of quantity 2x plus 2 with base 2 less than 3 is ato na siyang i-change into exponential. So, ang may tabo niya class, so you have there 2x plus 1 and then your base nga 2 and then this one would be your exponent. Okay? So, as you can see, na-change siya from log to exponential. Now, this time is simplify ang 2 raised of 3, that is 8. So, you have 2x plus 1 less than 8. And now, we are going to combine like terms. So, 2x less than 8 minus 1. So, i-subtract na nato siya. And we have 2x less than 7. And then divide both sides by 2 since x naman atong gipangita. So we have here x is less than 7 over 2. Okay? So, ang kaning x is less than 7 over 2 class. Asa ni siya padong? Padong negative or padong positive? Less than man. Padong ba na siya positive class or padong negative? Less than man. So, less than sa 7 over 2. Padong ba siya positive? Padong negative?
Going positive.
Going positive. Less than man. From the word less than. Okay. Padong negative na siya. Okay? So, padong na siya negative class kay mas gamay pa man daw sa 7 over 2. So, padong na siya sa mga negative numbers. So, di ba niingon mo ko ganina nga naa siya like special rule ang logarithmic inequalities. We need to stop kung asa siya magpadong na mo negative iyang answer. Kay since negative man siya kay padung man ubos 7 over 2 man. So paubos pag yun sa 7 over 2 magkanam-anam naman na siya negative. So that's the time we're going to find the range of your inequality. So ang atong buhaton class is kuhaon na nimo ang kanang value nga x niya and then you are going to equate that one as less than 0. Okay? So you will have 2x plus 1 less than 0. Ay, not less than but greater than 0. Okay? Dapat mo end siya nga greater than 0 ang iyahang answer. So kung ato na siya i-simplify, you can have this one, ang positive 1 i-transpose sa right side. So you can have 2x less than negative 1 half. And then divide both sides by 2, so we will have x should be greater than negative 1 half. So meaning to say, ari ra mo stop ang imuhang x para iyang answer positive. Kay kung mo ubos pa ni siya like negative 1/4, ang imong answer diri class, kung imo na siyang isolve is it's already negative. Okay? So, ari ra siya kutob sa negative 1 half. So, meaning to say, if we're going to get the range of that one, since x is greater than negative 1 half man, or greater than ba? Lagi. X is less than negative 1 half. So, ika-write ni mo na niya, imo na siyang i-combine sa imong result kanina. So, you can have, so it will begin from negative 1 half, or x is greater than negative 1 half but less than 7 over 2. So, mo na siya mong range sa mong answer sa mong x diha. So, mo siya need kaayo sa logarithmic inequalities. So, imo ra gyud kwaon ang katong naay x niya and then imo siyang greater than 0 para makuha nimo iyang range. But you need to understand sa imong result diri. Kung pagpadong ba na siya positive or magpadong ba na siya negative. Okay? Now, questions for example number 1. Okay, now let's proceed with example number 2. So here we have log of 9 with base 4 greater than 2 log of x with base 4. Sige, sawon ka na to siya class. Saka itong ma-apply din eh. You have there 2 log of x with base 4. So here class, as you can see, naatay coefficient which is 2. So ang kanisang nasa tong right class, we can change this one into sayahang expanded or more on mabutang na to ang kaning 2 as their exponent. So kani siya, pwede na nato siyang ma-use as our exponent. So we can have log of 9 with base 4 greater than log of x raised to 2 with base 4. Okay? So, kani siya, ito siyang i-transpose diri. That is in the basic properties. Right? So, now, ang atong buhaton is, since naamantay the same nga log of 4, so we can have the 1-to-1. So, kaning log of 4 nimo makancel na siya. Or log with base 4, makancel na siya. So, bring down na to ang 9 greater than x squared. Now, since x raman atong gipangita, we can square root both 9 and x squared. So, you can have square root of 9 greater than square root of x squared. So, square root of 9, that is 3, or positive minus 3. And then, you have there your x squared. Makancel ang squared ug ang square root. So, x ang mahibilin. So, you have there, class, positive, negative, greater than x ang iyahang result. Now, as you can see, class, ang atong kuhaon ra gyud ana niya is ang positive lang usa. Kay ningon man ta nga positive ang atong focus if we're going to use logarithmic. So now, yan naman ta ganina nga kuhaon man atong range, di ba? Same sa atong gibuhat diri, 2x plus 1. So ang kani siya class kay x raman siya. So you can have x and then greater than 0. Diba? So, diretso na, wala naman kayo ma-transpose. So, you can have, your range there would be from 0 to positive 3. Okay? From 0 to positive 3 and above. Okay? Wala na ako siya gin-ani class ha, kay diretso naman na siya nga x is greater than 0. So, 0 ihang diretso kay wala naman siya plus 4 or anything dira. Okay, so from 0 to 3 ang iyahang solution for this logarithmic given, which is number 2. Kaya ang kani siya greater than 3 man. Greater than 3. But actually, pwede ragad din mo siya, greater than 3. Alagi. Oh, okay. Sige, questions for our next example. Wala ra? Greater than 3 or less than 3? Less than 3 day, sorry. Bali man day siya. So, if we're going to read this one, this is x less than 3, right? Kay ang 3 man ang gikaon sa dako nga kuan or sa baba. So, you have there x less than 3. Diba? Kung may tag less than class, so less than sa 3, so na siya sa 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. So, dapat man nga positive ang ato ang answer sa atong x. So, mato siya nga nagbuhata as x is greater than 0. So, pag x is greater than 0 na to, 0 man gyapon yung result. So, manang we're going to have our x from 0 until here sa 3. Okay? So, mo na siya class. Sorry, nasa pagbasa. For example number 2. So, imo gyud tan-aw nimong answer class kung asa siya padung. Padung ba siya man negative? That's the time mag-check na ka kung asa iyang range. Okay? Sige. Questions For example number 2. Wala ra? Okay. Can I see thumbs up? Okay. Now let's proceed with our example number 3. So we have here log of x with base 3 plus log of 6 with base 3 is greater than or equal to 2. Greater than or equal to 2. So we can see here, maka-apply ta og product rule, 'di ba? Okay, we have log of 3 man and then plus. So we can combine that one, so we can have log of 3 and then multiply x and then 6. So you have there, and then greater than or equal to 2. So multiply, that is log of 6x with base 3 is greater than 2. Now, our next step here is to rewrite to exponential. So we can have 6x is greater than your base nga 3 and then exponent nga 2. And then, we are going to simplify. So 3 squared, that is 9. And then divide both sides by 6. So that is 3 over 2. So x is greater than or equal to 3 over 2. So asa man na siya padung class? Positive or negative? Imong x daw kay greater than 3 over 2. Positive or negative iyang padulngan? Okay, positive. So if positive na gani iyang padulngan class, it's okay nga dili na ka mangita sa iyang range. Okay, so it means to say that is your final answer, which is x is greater than or equal to 3 over 2. Kaya ang 3 over 2, that is 1 and 1 half man, di ba? Yeah, 1 and 1 half. So 1 and 1 half, and then pataas 2, 3, 4, positive naman siya. So wala na tayo kinahanglanon nga pangitaon nga restriction niya. Unless kung pa-negative ihang padulngan. Diya gyud ta mangita og stoplight niya. Okay. Now let's go to example number 4. Log of x with base 3 minus 3 log of 2 with base 3 less than or equal to 1. Okay. Here, class, is unsa atong ma-apply. So, first natong i-apply kani sa siya. Kaning 3. So, we're going to use that one as our exponent. Okay? So, what will happen is, may mo siya log of x with base 3 minus log of 2 raised to 3 with base 3 less than or equal to 1. And then, ma-apply na dayon nato ang atoang masimplify pa dayon siya. Ang 2 raised of 3, masimplify pa siya as 8. And then, ma-apply na dayon nato ang atoang quotient rule. So, for quotient rule, you will have log of 3, log of x over 8 with base 3 is equals to, not equals, but less than or equal to 1. Okay, gi-combine na nato siya ha, mahimo siya. Pwede mo maglibog. Okay, may mo siya x over 8. And then, i-change na to siya into exponent form para mawa ang log. So, what will happen? You will have x over 8 less than or equal to 3 raised to 1. So, base na to ang 3, exponent na to ang 1. Then, simplify, mao naman gyapon. So, we can divide both sides by 8 para makancel. So, multiply tag 8 diri para makancel ang may bilin x and then less than or equal to. And then, you have there 3 times 8, that is 24. So, you have there x is less than or equal to 24. So, asa siya padung class? Less than to 24 man daw. Positive, negative. Okay, negative. So, mangita siya tag restriction. So, kwaon na to ang x diri kay x raman siya. So you will have to equate that one as x greater than 0. So x greater than 0, 0 ram gyapon yung answer. So we can get our restriction as from 0 until 24. Less than or equal to 24. So mo na iyang mga solutions for your logarithmic inequalities. Okay, so far, any questions? Clarifications, violent reactions for solving logarithmic inequalities. Wala ra? Okay. So if wala ra, I just want to quickly remind you lang, no? So your test would be next week. Next week na, no? Yeah, next week. So that is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, ato lang hinahinayan, no?